Hey, collective, welcome back to the channel. This is Al with Alchemical Arcana, and I want to thank you for joining me. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know I just started this channel, so I may be coming up on your feed, and I'm new, not new to this world, but new to YouTube. So I'm definitely getting my feet wet and excited about being able to share my gifts with you guys as I have been actually growing stronger in some of my spiritual gifts that I've known I've had and discovering some newer ones that have begun to kind of blossom just a bit. Now, I've always been very empathic, even as a child, can sense the emotions of others. And for that reason, I tend to keep myself usually in good spirits and light and bright because once I'm in a lower a lower vibration, it does tend to affect other people and hard to break me out of that. So I've learned to protect my energy, to not absorb and keep the energies of other people because I'm very sensitive to those energies, and thus I learned later in life that I am a spiritual alchemist. Basically, I can transform energies of people around me and myself um, to great degree, to a great effect. Actually, the times I've been hurt, gone through painful things, I've been able to transmute that energy into strength and power to pull myself out of it and to rise above it and to thrive on the other side of that lesson. So I'm very grateful for it because, man, I look back on some of the things I've been through. I'm just like, how the heck did I get through that? Also, when I'm, communing and socializing with others, whether it be at work or, in an actual social setting, I am often able to swing the energies and in certain ways. If I think the energy is low, I can liven the place up pretty easily. I like to give people that extra boost of confidence and just good vibes. I bring the vibes. People always say that about me. So that's another thing I learned, that it comes easily to me and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for me to do that for people. So I'm honored and I love to be able to help people in that way, and also offer guidance and kind of counseling to people. I'm like an unofficial therapist. I've never been to school for therapy. I'm not licensed in any way. So please don't take me as some kind of professional, or take my what I read and what I give the collective as any kind of official professional advice of any kind. But I do enjoy and do find satisfaction in being able to um, guide friends and console them and give them a better outlook on things they may be going through. Okay, so that's just a little bit about me that I wanted to share since I'm new. And I did shuffle and shuffle all my decks that I plan on using, possibly. And I use my Yin Yang Oracle deck, which you may know I love. And I got several cards came out. The first card I got was Freedom. Freedom, and it also says Leap, Uranus, and Opportunities. This gives me a lot of the Fool energy. So yeah, this is definitely giving me the Fool energy. So I like that here actually. And I also got Reflection and Projections was the next card that came out. You see there's a broken mirror on here. Okay, looking kind of ominous there. Stay. The next card I got was Storm and Unexpected. And there's like a super scary looking house on here. You can see. And lightning bolt. So Storm, Unexpected, an unexpected storm. And then I got Integration and Union. Really like this card a lot. I got a good energy off of this card immediately. And I got the sense that many of you have been doing some inner healing and going through spiritual awakening, ascension. Um, and I don't get the sense that this is a relationship kind of union. I get this is a union of an internal animus, or divine masculine, divine female union, that you're finding balance in yourself. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. A lot of people don't get to that level that they can do that. and find that balance in themselves of their feminine and masculine. Integration has a lot to do with facing those childhood wounds and different traumas in your life and shadow self, and not ignoring those things, but taking them and integrating them to make yourself whole. Because without them, you're not whole. You don't look at those things that happen to you, they happen for you to build you into the person that you are. And integrating all those things together into union is how you get to the place of enlightenment and awakening, and your spiritual gifts begin to unlock. This is, the work. This is what I always call the work. You got to do the work to get to this point, to integrate and to find a healthy balance, a union of all your parts, not just the good parts, all of them. Okay. So those are the cards. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to get into this energy and see what Spirit is trying to tell us today. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for keeping my mind clear. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this space and the minds of the collective and hearts of the collective. Seraphis Bay, keep this message light and clean as you deliver it to me. Saint Germain, transform and transmute any negative energy into positive power and light. Transmute any negative energy to positive power and light. All right, so right away we got the King of Wands in reverse. We got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And we got the Four of Swords. So this King of Wands energy is an energy of somebody who is uninspired, someone that is maybe just a negative person. I kind of get the sense that this person is very negative, that doesn't have any drive, that lacks ambition, that not dependable, kind of a stick in the mud kind of a person, which is even worse if there's somebody that is a superior or somebody that has authority or has a lot of responsibilities. This is not great. This is not a great energy to have. Then you have your Five of Pentacles, which normally talks about like regret or a lack, being out in the cold kind of energy, or destitute. In the reverse, it means is a better situation. You're on the come up, but you know where you came from. You know how fast money money goes. So that's good. You learn some lessons. It seems like maybe you were this King of Pentacles at one point, and it cost you. But now that you're on the other side of that, after this transformation you've been through, you come to appreciate what you have, because you have the Four of Swords, which means that you did have to do some reflecting and kind of thinking and inner work. Yeah, you were resting, healing, and really fixing yourself. I feel like this is the energy of like kind of fixing yourself after things kind of shit hit the fan, I guess. Yeah, so if you were in this energy of this King of Wands in reverse, and you were lazy, or not really inspired or trying too hard, you didn't want to try, you didn't want to push yourself to do anything, you might have found yourself in a position where you were struggling all the time. But you understand what it's like to struggle. You don't want to do that anymore. You're like, oh no, I'm not doing that. And you did some work, and you know you had to check yourself basically and say, if you want it, you gotta do some changing. You gotta change some things about yourself. That's the energy I'm getting right now. Give me more. Get some more messages. Cards here. What was this reflection and projections? What's this reflections and projections? What was unexpected? What was unexpected? What was unexpected, and what was Uh, okay. The devil's at the bottom of the deck. The devil in reverse. You turned your back on some situations, people, maybe some addictions. You turned your back on them. You turned your life around. You changed the way you operated, and that's why you came out of this energy, because this energy had put you in a place where you couldn't even see. Yeah, you couldn't even see. You freed yourself from an addiction. It feels like you. That's what this is showing me, that you were not looking for happiness. You were miserable. I don't even think you were miserable, because that's kind of like, I feel like you were just indifferent, and not feeling any kind of belonging. You didn't have any kind of family, or no happily ever after. There was nothing there for you. You weren't fulfilled in any kind of way. You were just there. Like, you were putting in the bare minimum, so you were getting the bare minimum. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But you were able to sever that way of thinking. You had the Justice card came out here, and you had the Eight of Swords in reverse. You freed yourself from that kind of mindset, that mindset that kept you stuck. Yeah, yeah. You went in and did some work. You probably were. I'm not sure what happened. I feel like that it was definitely kind of like a toxic thing, because you have the devil in reverse at the bottom of the deck here. So either it was like some kind of addiction, maybe, that you were able to break away from. Hmm. It was making you. It was leaving you unmotivated and kind of. Yeah, you might have. Yeah, you might have like went too far and lost everything. Maybe it was gambling. Maybe it was actual drugs or something like that. But yeah, something you were doing that was toxic, that you saw that it was not beneficial to your life. Um, yeah, and you freed yourself. You freed yourself. Yeah, now you have more opportunities now. I see that now. But something unexpected may have happened to do that. So it seems like something did happen that kind of knocked you back. You got some justice was doled out. Maybe it was doled out to you, for you. So let's see. Yeah, because you changed. You have definitely changed. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups. Somebody's sad. I have a feminine energy here, a Queen of Pentacles in reverse that's sad. Who is this Queen of Pentacles? What is unexpected? What projections? What is unexpected? Storm. Storm. Queen of Pentacles, sad. Queen of Pentacles. You lost somebody that was close to you. The world. Hmm. It's got chills. You lost somebody that was close to you. That was what was unexpected. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody that was supporting you, maybe. You had to let someone go. The world talks about endings and your cycle. I feel like definitely that whoever this Queen of Pentacles was to you is no longer in your life. Either you had to cut them out of your life, or they were taken out of your life some way. You are. This was a sad separation. Either you were very sad, or she, or this person. Feminine energy doesn't have to be a woman, but or maybe both of you were very sad about this ending, though it ended up being a good thing for you, at least. For you, at least. I don't know about this other person. Tell me. Hmm? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, because you were spending all your money. You were spending everything. You lost everything. Whatever happened, you lost everything. I mean, the storm was you losing everything. Oh, okay. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, there you go. The devil in reverse. It came out. Yeah, this addiction took everything from you. And you, Three of Swords. It tore your ass up. Yeah, this addiction tore your ass up, didn't it? Man, you had a choice to make. You made a hard choice. You made a difficult choice because it hurt somebody. I get the feeling this person, this Queen of Pentacles, may have been very toxic. You were toxic together, codependent, and the only way to break yourself of this addiction was to actually leave this person behind. And that was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. Three of Swords. But, the choice was clear. I mean, you might have lost everything. Everything was, seems like you went through a lot of resources and funds to get to this point of finally saying, hey, I got to make some changes. Ten of Swords, yeah. This person feels betrayed that, you had to take care of yourself, though. This person may feel betrayed, but you had to. You had to do it. Seven of Swords. Oh, this person talking shit about you, though. But this person, is openly. They're not even really hiding it either, but they're not happy. They might be telling people that you're a junkie or whatever while you're still in recovery. They're trying to get you to trigger you. They're trying to trigger you to come back to relapse. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Oh. These cards again. Uh huh. They missed them old days. They missed them old times when we was putting in on the bag. Hmm. They said put it, get a break. They said remember you used to get them breaks. They're trying to trigger you, and they're not being subtle about it. Is kind of what I'm getting to. Seven of Wands in reverse. You're feeling you're feeling tempted. Feeling tempted. Don't let your guard down. Do not let your guard down. If you come this far and you feel like that you made this change, Three of Cups, Five of Wands. Yeah. Um. Listen. Listen. Listen to me. If you have gone through this cycle over and over again, it's kind of what I'm getting to with this World card out here. You already know how this goes. You fall back into it. Yeah, and then you end up under this person's spell again, because this is the best, you feel good. And I understand, but you gotta, make sure you try to fight it. You have to fight it. And maybe the best way to fight it is to stay away from this person and get to a better, less temptation because yeah, you are defenseless. It's like you are almost defenseless against this person. I mean, you're very familiar, and this person is probably like it's a comfort to have them because they understand you. But if you're feeling like you're going to end up, stuck back in this energy of being that King of Wands in reverse, unmotivated and you know broke, looks like you end up broke. I don't want you to get sick. I feel like this is eventually kind of like it'll end up definitely affecting your health more and more. It are more than it has. and you don't want to get yourself to a point where you won't be able to recover. You got this Four of Swords, I mean the Eight of Swords, in reverse, and your mind, whatever it is you're doing that's addictive, or if it's an addiction that is, um, it could be really affecting, more than you can see on the outside. You know, memory loss, and you're drinking too much and stuff like that. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Okay, whoever this message is for, keep your distance from places and people that are going to trigger you, and into having another drink, or having whatever it is your vice is, because it's easy to slip back into those old ways, and the next thing you know you just poured out all that hard work you did, to get to a good place, and that's going to be a shame. So we're gonna get some clarifiers about this. What is this unexpected storm? Yeah, again, Five of Wands in reverse again. You, oh, you have to fight it. You do. However that looks for you, you have to fight it. And you have Six of Cups in reverse too. Yeah, you gotta look forward. You have to get out of that. If this is a person that you're living with, you might need to go like to rehab or something, maybe. Don't let this person guilt you, or like make you feel like it's okay if that's something you want to change. Mhm. Yeah, you got the Eight of Swords, and you got the Queen of Swords as well. Um, you know what's right. You know the right thing, and when you are sober, or you in your right mind, you end up feeling really guilty about doing this too, because you know better. You definitely know better. Yeah, all that hard work, all that hard work you did, going down the drain because you didn't fight it, and you're gonna feel like crap. You're gonna feel really bad later. Same car. It's like the same car. Like you don't want to fight it. Like you need to. You're tired. Don't give up. You're overwhelmed, and just because you slip doesn't mean you're a failure. You just need to have some support, I feel like. And at the bottom of the deck, again, you can get to a better place. You got the Six of Swords. You need to move. You need to get out of that environment, wherever you are, that is not allowing you to fully heal all the way, and to put this to rest finally. You need to move out of there. You need to get away from there. Okay, the people, the place, wherever it is, the city. You know, get to a better, healthier type of environment. That will definitely be beneficial. I'm getting some more clarifying. What does collective need to do to get this freedom to stick, to get themselves out of the situation, or what is the outcome? Okay. You got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You got the Four. Yeah, you you're missing out. Yeah, you're gonna be missing out. You're gonna be missing out, messing around with these people that are toxic, or you doing something that you don't need to be doing no more. You're gonna end up causing yourself a world of pain. Bam, there it is, the Tower. You're gonna mess around, and it's all going to end up coming down on you. You got to get away, man. You gotta move. You gotta get away from it. However you can do it. I don't know. It feels like you might feel like you're stuck. I feel like too. You feel like you're stuck. Yeah. Or it's like a fight. Somebody's making you feel guilty. Like I can't do it all myself. I can't pay all these bills myself. Type of energy. Like I need your help financially, or you don't have the money to move, so you don't do it. You can't. But y'all find money to do the stuff. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody, child, strength in reverse. Somebody, somebody feel like they got this over you. Like you have to do this. Like you've invested in this too, maybe. If it's this kind of a toxic business type of situation as well, maybe. If you're doing something illegal, justice, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. You're worried about going to jail. You're worried about you gonna get caught. Whatever it is you're doing, you're going to get caught. Eventually your luck is going to run out, man. And you know this because this is the way it goes. If you're doing something that's going to get you in trouble with the law, you need to stop. You need to stop because you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught up in somebody, even if you're just in the environment and you're not even doing anything. If the people that you're living with are doing it or selling it, you might get yourself caught up. Just trying to tell you, save yourself the trouble, man. Get out of there. You need to get out. Yeah, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. It's literally Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're going to end up paying lawyer fees and whatever else just to keep your freedom. And when you could have just used that money to get the heck out of Dodge, you know? Oh, Lord. Goodness. This page flew all the way over here. And these cards always try to slide out. These cards are slippery. This page flew. This page knows. This page knows because he was trying to fly up out of here. You have a beautiful spirit. I feel like you have a light that's been kind of suppressed. I feel like in a way, like you may feel like I get like a childlike innocence. Maybe you got caught up in something that's hard to break away from. You don't have to follow the crowd. You can get away. You can get away. Let's see. It's not worth it. What else came out? These two cards came out. The Magician in reverse. Somebody's very manipulative that's in your energy. Somebody that's very manipulative that's in your energy is not giving you the options. I feel like if this person or these people care for you, I feel like they would want better for you and want you to, maybe pursue something different. But instead, they have an illusion cast. They're making you feel like this is the best you got. This is the best you're gonna do because you don't have no other opportunities. That's what I'm seeing. Look, a lot of your pentacles were just in reverse. Like almost all of them. Almost all of the pentacles that came out for you are reverse. Queen of Pentacles, You had the 10 of Pentacles up here. Like you brokey, like you were broke. That's crazy. And the only time they want you around is just to put in your money. You know what I'm saying? Put in money to go in on, whatever they're doing that's, probably illegal, is what I'm saying. Whatever it is, it's probably illegal. Get quick, get rich quick, something kind of scammy. Feels very scammy to me. With this Magician in reverse, it feels very scammy. Like somebody tricking somebody, like look over here, but don't look at these cups over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's illegal as hell. That's what I'm getting to. That is illegal as hell. And that you need to get the hell up out of there. You need to get out of that. Whatever it is, you need to stop doing it. Because you're gonna get yourself locked up. That's what you're gonna do. That's exactly what you're gonna do. Because you got the Queen of Swords right up here. Mm-hmm. Queen of Swords, the Eight of Swords. You got the Justice right up here above it. This sword of its own. And you've been thinking about it because you got the Eight of Swords right there in reverse. You've been, down. Don't get yourself caught up, man. Whoever this message is for, look at yourself, look at your situation, look at your finances, look at your level of happiness. Are you happy doing this? Are you feeling like a future is here? Are you investing, in something that's beneficial to you in the future? You have a choice. You have a choice to do something different. I see it here. You might not see it, or it might be hard, but you actually have to fight for it. You can't just roll over. You know what I'm saying? All of your defense cards in reverse. Reverse. Saw it again earlier. Like you're not even putting up a fight. You just you're resigned to the fact that this is the best you're going to be able to do. Don't let people tell you that, and don't believe that. Because one day you're going to wake up and you're going to wish you had done something different. You got to find some kind of drive. Somebody is projecting their own life onto you. Somebody lived this life before you, and they think that's the best you can do too. That's not the case. Somebody projecting onto you that this is the way to get money out here, or you know what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to go to school. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to, make legit money. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to be free. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. You're going to have to be unpredictable. Uranus is the planet of unpredictability and, stepping out on faith. You're gonna have to do something unexpected. You're gonna have to get yourself out. You got unexpected energies up here twice because you got unexpected storm. You're gonna do something. You're gonna have to make something unexpected happen, or something unexpected is going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't working. This ain't gonna work for you in the end. That's how I feel. Mm-hmm. You need to separate this. You need to dissolve this union. If this is the union this card was talking about. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. If this resonated for you or someone you know in your energy, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you for joining me here at Alchemical Arcana. I am Al, and thank you for joining me on my intuitive journey. And I'll see you in the next video.